In the heart of southeastern Turkey, buried for millennia under layers of earth and sand, lies one of the greatest archaeological mysteries of humanity, Göbekli Tepe. Just a few kilometers away, another astonishing sight emerges from the ground, Karahan Tepe. These two megalithic complexes are so ancient that they push back the timeline of human history, long before the pyramids of Egypt, or even Stonehenge. This is Travel in History, where every mystery has a story and every story hides a deeper secret. Join us as we explore strange facts, dark legends, and the questions no one dares to ask. If you're curious, brave, and love a good mystery, you're in the right place. Subscribe and let the journey begin. Göbekli Tepe, dated around 9600 BCE, is considered the oldest known temple in the world. Its T-shaped pillars, carved from limestone and adorned with animal symbols, seem to speak a symbolic language now lost to time. But what makes it even more mysterious is that it was deliberately buried. Who built it? And why was it intentionally hidden? Karahan Tepe, on the other hand, discovered only recently, features a similar yet even more enigmatic structure. Inside, there are underground corridors, deep wells, and most notably, a large chamber dominated by a giant human head carved directly into the stone, its gaze seemingly lost in eternity. According to some estimates, this site could be even older than Göbekli Tepe itself. So far, over 250 obelisks have been uncovered, many still buried, carved with equally mysterious motifs. Although the site was identified in 1997, official excavations began only in 2019, led by archaeologist Necmi Karul and Istanbul University. Since then, the Şanlıurfa region has become the epicenter of an unprecedented archaeological investigation. Today, we know that Karahan Tepe is not an isolated site. It belongs to a group of at least 11 prehistoric settlements known as Taş Tepeler, spread throughout the same region. These places, including Seyfa Tepe and Nevala Çori, share a distinct architectural signature: monumental pillars, carved animal figures, and ritual spaces dug directly into the stone. These were not everyday villages. There's no trace of homes, domestic tools, or ordinary human remains. These sites had a specific purpose, most likely spiritual. They were sanctuaries, gateways to higher knowledge. According to many alternative researchers, including Graham Hancock, these were not just primitive temples, but centers of advanced knowledge. Some compelling theories suggest that Göbekli Tepe was a kind of celestial observatory, aligned with constellations that would later appear in Sumerian and Egyptian mythology. In particular, Orion's belt and the star Sirius seem to play a key role. The layout of the pillars may represent a sky map, symbolizing the descent of divine beings to Earth. Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, was worshipped by many ancient civilizations as a dimensional gateway or a messenger of the gods. Karahan Tepe, on the other hand, hides something just as fascinating. In addition to the famous carved head, it features a stone-carved hydraulic system with channels and wells that archaeologists believe may have been used for rituals involving water. According to some theories, water wasn't just functional, it was a sacred element, believed to activate connections with cosmic forces. This detail supports the idea that these places were not only used for worship, but for awakening or communicating with higher energies. Among the most debated carvings on the pillars of Göbekli Tepe, one in particular, the vulture pillar, has captured the attention of astronomers and theorists. According to some interpretations, it represents a three-tailed comet with encoded references to the precession of the equinoxes. If true, it would mean that whoever carved those stones possessed an astronomical knowledge that humanity would not rediscover until thousands of years later. Some researchers, including Hancock, believe these sites were true halls of records, sacred libraries built to preserve myths, science, and the history of a previous civilization, one that perhaps disappeared in a global cataclysm. What makes it all even more mysterious is the fact that both sites were intentionally buried. They weren't forgotten over time. They were carefully hidden. Someone wanted these places to stay protected, maybe until humanity was ready to understand them. Modern technology is making the mystery even more compelling. Thanks to satellite imaging and 3D ground scans, archaeologists are discovering that the entire region is full of similar structures still underground. A network of interconnected megalithic complexes, possibly built by a lost civilization, following a plan, a knowledge map, or maybe a message left in suspense for thousands of years. Some researchers believe these sites weren't built by local Neolithic communities alone, but by an elite, perhaps the heirs of a much older knowledge. Maybe they were wise ones, or as mythology calls them, watchers or guardians. Were they human? Not necessarily. Others suggest non-terrestrial visitors, who arrived at a time when our species had just emerged from its nomadic stage. Today, under the Turkish sun, Göbekli Tepe and Karahan Tepe remain silent, but they seem to be trying to speak. Perhaps they're waiting for humanity to finally open its eyes and start listening. If you know more or have theories, let us know in the comments. We read them all. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe for more mysteries like this one.